Hello students, welcome to this session of English class. I'm your presenter Arun Kumar. I'm working as Social Studies Master in Government Senior Secondary School Morawali from Faridkot. Today's topic is Narration Part 2 from class 9th. I know you have gone through the part 1, so before I start my session, let us see how much you remember of part 1. For this, I am going to give you some activities. The first activity is on your screen. Now, there are 4 sentences and you are to identify the type of speech of these sentences. I repeat, you are to identify the type of speech of these sentences. It's very easy. I know you can find it very easily. Let's see. The first one is direct speech, second one is indirect speech, third one again indirect speech, and fourth one is direct speech. One more activity. Now here, let me read a sentence for you at the top of your screen. Harpreet said, Sanjay is a good boy. What are the following 2 parts of above sentence called? The above sentence has been divided into 2 parts, Harpreet said and Sanjay is a good boy. You are to tell the names of these 2 parts. And the names of these 2 parts are reporting verb and reported speech. Harpreet said is a reporting verb and Sanjay is a good boy is a reported speech. Dear students, in this activity, you are to fill the blanks with suitable pronoun. In the first part of this lesson, you have gone through the rules of changing pronoun. Now let's check how much of that you remember. Sentence in both form, the direct speech and indirect speech has been given, but the pronoun part is missing. You are to fill it from the options. Read the sentences properly and fill the pronouns. It's very easy. I know all of you can do it. Let's see the answers. In the first sentence, the suitable pronoun is he. In the second sentence, it's she. And in third one, again it's he. One more activity. In this activity, you can see the narration has been done. Both the direct speech and indirect speech sentences are given. You are to tell whether it's done correctly or incorrectly. You are to answer in yes or no, whether the narration has been changed properly in correct manner or in an incorrect way. Start the exercise. Read the sentences properly. Remember the rules that you have gone through in the first part. I know you can do it. Let's see the answers. The first one has been changed correctly. The second one has been changed incorrectly. You can see there is said in the reporting verb, but the verb inside the reported speech has not been changed into past tense. The correct answer is the peon said that he wanted leave for 2 days. Now let's see the third one. Again, it has not been changed correctly because in the reporting verb there is says, and in that case we were not to change the tense inside the reported speech. So the correct answer is Rita says that Karthik is ill, and the fourth one has been changed correctly. So dear students, this was what you done in the first part of the narration. Now let's start the second part. Again, an activity is there. You are to identify the changes in the sentences. You can see on your screen both direct and indirect speech sentences are given. You are to identify the changes other than the tense and pronoun. You have gone through the tense based and pronoun based changes in first part of the lesson. Now identify other changes that has been done in these sentences. I think you must have recognized. Let's see the answers. Now there are some words underlined that changed in the first sentence, now changed into then. In second, this changed into that, yesterday changed into the previous day, and in the third sentence, ago changed into before. Now dear students, these are the words that express nearness and time. And the rule says when such words come in the sentences, we are to change them. And here on your screen you can see how we change these words. Let me read out all the words for you. This changes into that, now into then, these into those, here into there, ago into before, today into that day, tonight into that night, tomorrow into the next day, yesterday into the previous day or the day before, last night into the previous night or the night before, and next week into the following week. So in this way we change the words of nearness and time when we are doing narration. Dear students, it's assignment time. You can see there are 3 sentences on your screen. What you are to do is to change the narration. You are to change the direct speech into indirect speech. But keep in mind the rules of words of nearness and time. How do we change them? Keeping them in mind, change the narration. It's very easy. You can identify the words and change them as per rules. Now let's see the answers. The first sentence was, the boy said, I am on leave today. And it changed into, the boy said that he was on leave that day. Second sentence, she said, this train is late. And it changed into, she said that train was late. In the third sentence, he said, I am playing now. And it changed into, he said that he was playing then. So students, that's how we change the words related to nearness and time during the change of narration. Now let's move to the next part. Again, you can see there are 2 pairs of sentences in front of you. You are to identify the differences. we have gone through the rules of changing tense, changing pronoun, and then changing words related to nearness and time. Now this is the new part. Identify the new differences. I hope you have found the differences. Let's discuss them. Now you can see in the first sentence, said to has been changed into asked, and at the end of the sentence there is a question mark that has been removed when we changed direct speech into indirect speech. In the second sentence, again said to changed into asked and question mark has been removed, but you can see a new word is added to the sentence, and that new word is if. Clearly you can see the sentences in the inverted commas are interrogative sentences. So in this part we are going to learn about the rules of changing narration in case of interrogative sentence. Means when the sentence inside the inverted commas is an interrogative sentence, what rules we are to follow? Let's discuss them. The first rule is the reporting verb said is changed into asked or inquired. ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ said ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂ said to ਨੂੰ told ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਾਂ said ਹੀ ਰਹਿਣ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ, but when the sentence is interrogative ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ? said ਨੂੰ asked ਜਾਂ inquired ਵਿੱਚ change ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ. Second rule is the interrogative form is changed into the assertive form. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ examples ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, differences ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ question mark was removed, question mark ਨੂੰ ਹਟਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ. ਉਹ ਇਸ ਲਈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ interrogative form ਨੂੰ assertive form ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ change ਕੀਤਾ, तो उसे मुताबिक sentence ਦਾ structure भी change होएगा. This was the second rule. Now the third rule is the conjunction if or whether is used if interrogative sentence begins with the helping verb. That helping verb could be do, does, did, is, am, are, any helping verb. So in this rule sentence, the third rule is the conjunction if or whether is used if interrogative sentence begins with the helping verb, that is do, does, did, is, am, are. कहने ਦਾ ਭਾਵ कि ਜਦੋਂ interrogative sentence ਕਿਸੇ helping verb ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ if ਜਾਂ whether ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ asked या inquired तो बाद लगा देवांगे. In the fourth rule, no conjunction is used if the question begins with an interrogative word or WH word, that is when, why, where. इस रूल तो पाव कि जदों interrogative sentence WH word नाल शुरू होएगा उस समय कोई भी conjunction नहीं लगाई जाएगी. Hope you have understood the rules. Now let's check it. There are 3 sentences again on your screen. What you are to do is to change the narration. And keep in mind the rules regarding the interrogative sentences. I hope you have changed it. Let's discuss the answers. The first sentence, he said, how is your mother? And it is changed into he asked how my mother was. In second sentence, she said to me, do you want my money? And the answer is she asked me, if I wanted her money. Third sentence, he said to the boy, what do you want from me? And the answer is, he asked the boy what he wanted from him. Now in these sentences you can see all the rules regarding the interrogative sentences has been followed, and the direct speech has been changed into indirect speech. Let's move to the next part. Again, there are two pair of sentences. Find out the differences. It's very easy. The differences are very much clear in the sentences. Let's see how many differences you have found. In the first sentence, the said to has been changed into requested, please has been removed, and to has been inserted to the sentence. In the second sentence, the said has been changed into proposed, let's has been removed, and we should has been inserted to the sentence. Now let's discuss the rules, and these are the rules of changing narration in case of imperative sentence. Dear students, we can recognize imperative sentences by their structure, and in its structure, imperative sentences start with verb. There is verb in the starting of the sentence and there is no subject. So now let's discuss what are the rules. First one, the reporting verb said is changed into ordered, requested, advised, etc. Imperative sentence ਜਦੋਂ ਆਏਗਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ said ਨੂੰ ordered, requested ਜਾਂ advised ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ change ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. Second rule, the imperative mood is changed into infinitive mood by adding to before the verb. जिस तरह ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਟਰੋਗੇਟਿਵ ਫਾਰਮ ਨੂੰ ਚੇਂਜ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਮਾਰਕ ਨੂੰ ਹਟਾ ਕੇ, ਇਸ ਕੇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਪੈਰੇਟਿਵ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਨੂੰ, ਇੰਪੈਰੇਟਿਵ ਫਾਰਮ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂ ਇੰਪੈਰੇਟਿਵ ਮੂਡ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਫਿਨਿਟਿਵ ਫਾਰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਮੂਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਟੂ ਵਰਡ TO2 ਵਰਡ ਵਰਬ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਲਗਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ. ਨੈਕਸਟ ਰੂਲ ਇਜ਼ in case of sentences beginning with let's, reporting verb proposed or suggested is used, followed by that and should. ਉਸ ਕਿਸਮ ਦਾ ਇੰਪੈਰੇਟਿਵ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਲੈਟਸ ਵਰਡ ਨਾਲ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਪੋਰਟਿੰਗ ਵਰਬ ਸੈਡ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਪੋਜ਼ਡ ਜਾਂ ਸਜੈਸਟਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ that ਅਤੇ ਫਿਰ should sentence ਦੇ structure ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏਗਾ. So these were the rules that you saw in the sentences also. Let's give you an assignment. Again, there are 3 sentences on your screen. What you are to do is to change the narration. Let me read out the sentences for you. First one is, he said to me, go to the railway station. Second sentence is, I said to him, please be quiet. Third sentence is, my mother said, let's sit in the sun. Now change the narration from direct speech to indirect speech. These are imperative sentences and you are to keep in mind the rules that we have just discussed. Now let's discuss the answers. The first sentence has been changed into "He ordered me to go to the railway station." The second sentence has been changed into "I requested him to be quiet." And the third sentence has been changed into "My mother proposed that we should sit in the sun." You can see clearly we have followed the rules of changing the direct speech into indirect speech, keeping in mind that the sentences in the inverted commas are imperative sentences. In the first sentence, you can see "to" has been inserted before the verb go. In second sentence, again "please" was removed and "to" was inserted before "be quiet." And in the third sentence, "let's" was removed and "we should" was added to the sentence. And in the three cases, "said" has been changed into "ordered" in case of first sentence, "requested" in second sentence, and "proposed" in third sentence, as "let's" was there in the third sentence. Let's move to the next part. Dear students, you have gone through so much practice of identifying the difference that I am sure you will find out the differences in the sentences or the pair of the sentences in front of you very easily. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਭ ਇੰਨੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸਿਸ ਲੱਭਣ ਦੀ। ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਪੇਅਰਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਈਜ਼ੀਲੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸਿਸ ਲੱਭ ਲਵੋਗੇ। Hope you have find out the differences. Let's see and discuss the differences. In the first sentence, "said" has been changed into exclaimed. The word "what" has been removed, and the sign of exclamation also has been removed. In the second sentence, the word "said" has been changed into exclaimed with joy. The word "hurrah" along with the exclamation sign has been removed. Now let's discuss the rules. Now we are going to discuss the rules of changing narration in case of exclamation or optative sentence. The first rule is the reporting verb "said" is changed into exclaimed, exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, prayed, blessed, or some other similar verb. ਜਦੋਂ ਇਨਵਰਟਿਡ ਕਾਮਾਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਐਕਸਕਲੇਮੇਟਰੀ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਅਸੀਂ said ਨੂੰ ਬਦਲਾਂਗੇ exclaimed, exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, ਜਾਂ prayed, blessed, ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ similar verb ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. In second rule, the exclamatory form is changed into assertive form. दूसरे रूल ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੈਂਟੈਂਸ ਦੇ ਸਟਰਕਚਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਕੇ ਐਕਸਕਲੇਮੇਟਰੀ ਫਾਰਮ ਨੂੰ assertive form ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. And the third rule is the sign of exclamation is replaced by a full stop. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ exclamatory form ਨੂੰ assertive form ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ exclamation ਦੇ ਸਾਈਨ ਨੂੰ ਹਟਾ ਕੇ full stop ਦਾ ਸਾਈਨ ਲਗਾਵਾਂਗੇ. Let's discuss some exclamatory modes. You can see a list in front of you. In this list, there are some words that will come with exclamation sign. Now, what is the expressions that these words are giving? Let's discuss. The first word is, or the first pair of words is ho, hurrah. These two words express joy. Then what, oh. These words express surprise. Next words are bravo, hail. These words express approval. Next word is alas. This word expresses grief or pain. Next list of words is hark, hush, lo, behold. These words express attention. And the last pair of words is pooh, shaw. These words express contempt. So these were few exclamatory moods that were represented by some words. Now it's time for assignment. There are 3 sentences in front of you, and you are to change the narration by keeping in mind the rules that we have just discussed regarding exclamatory or operative sentences. Let me read out the sentences for you. First one is, he said, alas, he is no more. Second sentence is, the teacher said, how stiff the question paper is. The third sentence is, the boy said, hurrah, my brother stands first. So dear students, you are to change the narration of these sentences. I'm sure you will change them because they are very easy and you have learned the rules also. Okay, let's discuss the answers. The first sentence, he said, alas, he is no more. And it has been changed into, he exclaimed with sorrow that he was no more. Second sentence, the teacher said, how stiff the question paper is. The answer is, the teacher exclaimed that the question paper was stiff. Third one, the boy said, hurrah, my brother stands first. And the answer is, the boy exclaimed with joy that his brother stood first. Dear students, as we all know that practice makes man perfect. So what you have to do now is to write down all the rules in your copies and try to solve all the exercises that are given in your books. So this was the session